Hi again. Um, Welcome back again. Nice to see you back again. Today I'm going to talk about the same thing about the Balotka that we were discussing. I told you that last time that probably we'll try to know something about the prophets, what they mean by the prophets, how the prophets have been classified into in the biblical terms, and what qualifies the prophets in the biblical terms. Humility is the main thing. The Moses was criticized by his own sister Miriam because the Moses family style or the living style was totally changed. All of a sudden, he was going back to God and worshiping God, praising God, going up to the mountains, receiving the Torah, and now his family life is totally separated, and he was no more living with Sipporah anymore. I mean, like, just it's kind of a separated life from Sipporah. So Miriam criticized him very badly. We all knew that Moses was uh, the most humble person on the face of the earth. And while the criticism was going on, he was praising God, and his praises were the most humblest one in the face of the earth. And after when you read about Miriam, that you would know that Miriam got leper, and and she was deceased. So what I'm trying to say is that the humility is one of the key component or the key attribute to be as a prophet. There are almost like three levels of humility, and then two categories of humility. We would say the three levels and two categories. God does not rest his divine pressure upon anyone unless they possess mighty, wealth, wise, and humble. Humility is one among the four of these attributes. The first level, the bottom base level, has got these four attributes. But when we go to the second category, the higher category, it's all about something serving. These four levels are equal almost to the other one. So to become a prophet, to be a prophet, we need to see there are certain type of attributes or characters or persona or the qualities to be in any person to be a prophet. Not everybody can just go and prophecy and get become a prophet. Um, Level one, there are three levels of becoming as a prophet. Level one, which talks about the sincere humility, humble before every person. You know, this man would be a nice person, high scholar, or he's a charitable person, and also well mannered, well behaved, and very good character. I don't know, with a very the person knows about himself or his achievements, and moreover also he is so humble and he is so considerate, and he thinks that how he achieved all these things because of his brought up. His parents brought him like that. He grew in a society. He was growing in a society where that it made him to become a humble and pious person, in front of God. So, but this person still thinks just because I had an opportunity, I could be able to grow like this. But if anyone else gotten the same opportunity, would be definitely would have done much more better than this. That's one of the things that this person thinks of himself. So he's a humble person, is a more wise person, knowledgeable person, charitable person, but at the same time, he also thinks if there is anyone who get the same opportunity that he has gotten, he the others would have done much more better than him. That's the one level one humility. Level two humility is it is about the other person. Like if anybody else would have gotten, they are definitely sure that they have done or they will do much more better than me. That's the stage level too, because it's an essential humility. It is a kind of humility, it's an innate humility. It innates adequately and adequately humble. It's an innate humbleness. So it is basically it is talking about, like the humility is so humble that if someone else is in my place, you know what I'm saying? Definitely they would have done much more better. That's the kind of a thing. It is a different purpose. The first one was they would have, they might have done much more better. But the second one is sure, I know, sure, because he knows what it is and himself. And definitely, if somebody would have been in my position, they will do much more better than me, and sure, and he this level of humility is very sure about what they were doing. And also number level three is the absolute phenomenal. Never thinks of himself. It's about all about others. It's all about serving others. It's all about passionate about others. It never talks about himself. It's only others are the first one to come in. So this is the third level, higher level where Moses was having this one. So that's why he couldn't even face his family. He couldn't even take care of Zipporah because he was only focusing on God and serving people, and that's it. That's the highest level of the humility that one person could achieve. Number level one is tolerant. Number level two is tolerant and embracing. But four is serving others as much as they can serve others. There was some eulogy been told in the olden days for a couple of rabbis. One was Hillel, and the other one was Samuel the second, or the smaller one, not the first one. The eulogy, when it was written for these people, in the first one for the Hillel, the eulogy was written like, "Oh, alas, the deceased, or the pious one, and the you know and the humble one." The eulogy started like that. Alas, the pious one who passed, and the humble one who was gone. So, and the Samuel the second, there was another person who died. So the eulogy for him was given. Alas, the humble one and the pious one has passed. So there is a twist or turn in addressing both. The first one was addressed as the pious and humble. The second one was addressed as a humble and pious. The eulogy was told for these people. Why the first one was told pious and humble? Pious mean it's a passion, it's a serving others, it's a higher level humility. So when the eulogy was being told for these people, they talked about their persona, the passion, or the humble, the humility they had, or the people. So these three levels are very important for to become as an prophet. There was a story about a rabbi, the high level rabbi. It's a very super high level rabbi. Somebody said that if anybody can go and provoke the rabbi, he will get paid for 400 something shekels, whatever it is, 400 something. It's the highest amount of money which anybody can make fortune nowadays. So one person said, I will go and provoke him. So he went, and Rabbi was about to start his Sabbath. It was about Friday. He was taking shower. So he was about to, he was about to take shower. So this person goes inside and calls him Rabbi. And when Rabbi came out, and he asked him, what do you, is there anything that I can help you out? And this guy was asking, there was I'm having, I'm having a question, Rabbi. The question is that how come Babylonians' heads are, kind of literally round heads? To that, Rabbi looked at him one time and said, well, because there were no midwives, and the midwives didn't do their work properly. That would have been the problem. Their heads were round. And he went inside to take a shower, and this guy goes back and come back again, and then knocks the door, and Rabbi comes out of the house putting his cloak, come out of the house, and ask him and see this guy standing. There is anything that he could help. And this guy goes, I have a question for you, that how come, you know, um, these Talmudians' eyes are round? And then to that, Rabbi looked at him and he said, because, they live in, sandy place, to avoid all these sandstorms, probably the eyes are round. And he went to take shower. And then the guy goes back and come back again and knock the door and was asking the third question, asking him, Rabbi, I want to know why the Africans' feet are wide. And to that, this rabbi said that probably, they live in the swampy places. They need to walk in the swampy places, so that's why their feet are wide, because of that reason. So, the bottom line is, he was trying to provoke the rabbi as much as is possible, but Rabbi was so cool enough. Not only he was answering, but he was engaging himself with him, to him, and giving out his answers. You know what? That's the highest level of humility, we can say. The high level of humility is taking out the I from anyone. There shouldn't be any I need, I want, I if I would have been there, I would have done this one. So this is what exactly, the angel, one of the angel who was there, the angel of the morning star, he was telling the same thing. Oh, I will ascend. I will go in the place. I will make everybody worship to me. I will be there. I will go higher and higher, higher in places. This is the Lucifer's, thinking and behavior. So that he could able to, get the place, that eye level place. It's it's so pathetic that he fell into the eye level and he was pushed down to the earth. Folks, electronically nowadays we have all iPhone, iPad, and iPod, or iClean, iHome, iDeals. Everything is I, meaning expecting me, expecting for me. I want this, I want that, I wanted to be like this. I should have been like that. I could have been like this. I would have been, like everything's about I and I. But if you want to become a prophetic level of higher level of living, it's all about servicing others. You, not I. You go to God and pray to God. Say that, God, today you give me this, give me that. I want to go this one. I want. It's not about yourself or ourself or anyone's self. And we go to God and pray, God, use me. God, try to, use me in your kingdom. What I should do in your kingdom. I do not understand what I'm supposed to work. I don't understand how I will do this one. Please teach me, and please give me the wisdom to understand your expectations from me, what I would do for you, what I would do for the kingdom of God. That's how the prayer should be there, instead of asking ourselves,